know will change your life. There has been a slight dip in Bitcoin, so I want to discuss that. So when we say buy the dip, what we're discussing is that Bitcoin has taken a little bit, it's gone down just a little bit in price or value, but that offers you a great opportunity to purchase more, to be in a better position and that kind of thing. And so what do we do here at AutoBTC Builder? We are basically everyday people, doing extraordinary things. In our group, I'll go ahead and say this, we've had several people that have been able to purchase their homes through monies that they've earned through here. And honestly, to be frank with you, I've not seen anything in my life, and I'm not even a hyperbole person, but I haven't seen anything in my life that is as accurate, that is as simple. It is really so simple that even a fifth grader can do it. And just a great family atmosphere here with Team Diamond. Marsha Hadley is the founder of Team Diamond. We are kind of a brand within a brand because I call us now Team Diamond VIP, because those gifts and awards and prizes that we discussed are really for one portion of our group, which is our portion of the group. And there's about 3,000 people total in Team Diamond. So without further ado, would you like to earn Bitcoin at the top of every single hour? This is about financial freedom. This is about you becoming debt-free, you becoming inspired every single day. I really couldn't be more excited today. Just to kind of give you guys a clue, we are a team within a team. So we had 6 people that got promoted. So I'm excited about those promotions. And some of them, it was overnight. So I had to contact them and show them, hey, look, you got promoted. And I'm not going to tease Trish or put her out on Front Street, but she was like, whose back office is this? Okay, I will tease you. But whose back office? And it was hers. So that's a beautiful thing, guys. That's a beautiful thing. Let's go to the next screen, please. Okay. AutoBTC is an educational company that specializes in providing our customers with the latest techniques in earning, trading your Bitcoin. We are taking Bitcoin education to the next level. So with most people, we all want to ask that question. And I think this is one of the hardest pieces when people first come into the group. What is Bitcoin, right? That's one of the training modules that we actually have. It goes on for like 24 pages, guys. I would always like to add, if you're not going in that back office and picking out your resources, you're doing yourself a little bit of a disservice. I made it a point that come every Friday, I'm going to post something new from that back office just so you can see the value of what we actually have in the educational process. I know there's a lot of things back there. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is AutoBTC Builder? Okay, AutoBTC Builder is a registered company in the United States of America. It's in Florida. Its founder, Gregory Agassiz, started this company June 14th of 2017. AutoBTC is a 2x2 force matrix system with a follow me feature. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight that follow me feature all throughout this meeting because I want you guys to understand that we do follow one another. And that's the beauty of the whole program. So how does our cycling occur? Our cycling occurs once a matrix is filled up, and it happens over and over and over and over and over again. So some of the information I'm going to point out to you as we're going through this process, I will expect some of it to stick, and I will expect some of it to leave question marks for you, which is fine. Questions are good. So you're going to learn today how we earn passive income when we refer other members of our family, friends, by sharing this actual opportunity. So I tell folks all the time, I advocate. Next slide, please. I advocate. I don't rehearse. I don't overdo. I don't embellish. I just kind of keep it simple. And let's talk about what AutoBTC does. So when this company was founded back in June 14th of 2017, that is a day that actually meant something to me because it's a little emotional that year because we have our own business and we had no new money come in for about 10 months. So a lot of people think business is easy. Well, become a business person and you'll figure it out. But for about 10 months, guys, and this goes to about June of 2018. And so technically, even though one Bitcoin was $2,556 at that time, I wasn't in a position because I had to put my money in other things, making sure we met payroll and all those things. But the reality is, what if I would have purchased 10? I always ask myself that. What if I would have had the money to purchase 10 Bitcoin? What would that have cost you back then? It it would have cost you about $25,000 to purchase 10 Bitcoin, which is $25,000 right now is not enough to purchase 10 Bitcoin. That's enough to purchase roughly about a half, maybe a little bit more of an actual coin. So that's what we're talking about. So when the dust settles on this current financial crisis, this one that we're in right now, accept it. That's what it is. Car lots are barren right now. I went to get my car serviced, and what did I hear? It's going to take, my car needs to be serviced in 27 days, according to the car, but obviously it's not going to be because I can't get a service loaner until the middle of November. And so these are the things that are happening right now. You're noticing a supply chain issue that we've all are having currently. And so these are things that Bitcoin was actually kind of introduced for. It was introduced around 2009, created about 2008, but came to market about 2009. And really, honestly, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now, because we send this out as a pique your interest script. If you would have had enough money, and I'm talking $100 is enough money, back then, $100 to invest in Bitcoin in its early stages in 2010, you would have been looking at a coin that was anywhere between 0.0008, less than 8 cents, to its rise in 2010, which was roughly about 8 cents. So that $100 would have represented 1,250 coins. I'll say that one more time, 1,250 coins. Now, we give an estimate in our pique your interest script because we don't think people could really comprehend what the actual number is. So our estimate that we give is when Bitcoin was roughly around $9,000. So we estimate that that would be worth $22 million. But the real truth is it would be somewhere closer to $57 million. So we're not talking about something that you want to lay on your coffee table and not pay attention to. We're talking about something that you want to get ready, buckle down, and grasp a hold to, because we earn this at a 300% rate. Next slide, please. I'll say that one more time. 300% is how we earn. So Bitcoin was predicted by Bloomberg analysts to jump all the way to $50,000, right? Well, Bitcoin actually, we know that Bitcoin actually went higher than that. So if you would have looked at the end of December, Bitcoin was roughly around $30,000, and then it jumped up over, I believe, $65,000, which was really pretty amazing. Okay, so Bitcoin, Pantera CEO basically stated that over the next 5 months, now that was a while back now, guys. So the 5 months he's speaking of is this last quarter of the year. So we're at the benchmark of when Bitcoin is about to rise. And if I tell you where it's going to go, the prediction was somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000 by the end of this year. Some predictors were saying 85 or somewhere in that area by the end of August. Okay, we missed that mark. But last year, I want you to understand, around June, one coin was roughly about $9,000 when Marsha Hadley came in, and she only came in for $50. So in her presentation, she talks about the transitions of money. I wanted to make sure I let you know that money is changing, okay? But I can't use a $50 bill because tonight, if you came in on the low end, it would be somewhere in the neighborhood 0.0019, which is roughly about $85. So it's made that much of a transition, that much of a move in literally a little over a year, not even a year and a half now. So if you pay attention to what's going on, our job here is to teach you and educate you on the product itself, which is the coin and the coin offerings. But however, we're leveraging what we're doing as a community, and we're taking that to market, and that's how we're earning 300%. So here are some of the products that you'll be unlocking as you go up in stages. We have 6 of these products here. So the Bitcoin basics, so understanding your Bitcoin, you can go in and do that. Honestly, if I were new to the process, that would be the first place I would go, because understanding what an actual cryptocurrency is probably the root of most of our fears that we may have. I had a little bit of an advanced start on some of you because literally I worked for a dealer who actually had embraced Bitcoin in a luxury car brand dealership. He had embraced Bitcoin. So I like to ask people that I talk to, anytime I talk to them, what was your first experience with Bitcoin? What was your first, personalize this, guys. What was your first experience with Bitcoin? And one of the gentlemen, I don't think he's even on the line today, but I asked him that question, and what he said was, I said, or cryptocurrency. He said he didn't have any experiences with Bitcoin, but he said cryptocurrency. He said one of his nephews invested his stimulus check and was able to make $10,000 in Dogecoin. And I thought that was pretty amazing. So that, if in a nutshell, is the purpose of why we're here. You're taking little and you're earning much. So one of the other products that we have is not understanding Bitcoin, but understanding your Bitcoin, building your Bitcoin skills, going from hundreds to millions with initial coin offerings, which are ICOs. Create your own system for investing ICOs intelligently. And let's talk about these coin offerings we're going to create, and you can also run your own initial coin offering. So think things like churches, charities, and those kinds of things. So history is being made in the NFL even as we speak. And I'm going to add one to this after I get done with these. And once I get done adding this one, you'll understand why you probably want to make a move. So Russell Okung, Carolina's offensive tackle, Russell Okung, became the first player in the history of the NFL. And one day we'll be talking about this guy, even more so than what we are now, that he was going to get paid half of his salary in Bitcoin. That was his request. That's what he wanted to do. So he knew that this was an asset. Oprah Winfrey also has, I believe, 100 million or so that she invested in Bitcoin, and she's now earned close to 500 million last I checked. Sean Culkin, he said that he wanted to do his entire salary. Gentleman plays for the Chiefs. He said he wanted to do his entire salary in Bitcoin. And my surprise for you is there's an article out there floating around about Tom Brady now looking at his salary being paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. And so I'm going to ask you this right now. If Tom Brady's doing it, don't you think you should be taking a look at it at least? Maybe you don't understand it, but maybe kind of get to embrace it. Next slide, please. A few ways you can convert your money from your actual coin. So when you log into AutoBTC Builder, anything that's on the blockchain, okay, and all the blockchain is the exchange. That's all you need to know about it, okay? Like anytime you do anything, you got an exchange. Well, if it's your credit card, I ask people this all the time. How does your credit card work? When you go to the gas station and you tap it, do you know how that works? Most people will say no, okay? But what you do know, that to happen, right? And so here are some of the ways that we actually convert this to actual cash. You can, in your Cash app, they tell a nice little story about learning the history of Bitcoin. It's a pretty cool story because it's more of a Cliff Notes version of Bitcoin story, which kind of is where some of you are because you may be new to it, okay, which is perfectly fine. Coinbase Wallet is another place that you can go. If you get a Coinbase wallet, they will teach you, and you can earn as much as $5 here, $10 there in crypto. So it's kind of a neat way to kind of get involved in it. So there are Bitcoin ATMs around every city in our country right now. You're finding Bitcoin ATMs. I like to use Vegas as the model because we do money all the time. That's what we are. There's money exchange all the time here. And anywhere you go in Las Vegas, at any gas station all around the city, you'll find Bitcoin ATMs. I just started seeing them pop up about a year ago. I mean, like daisies. Like we had them and we had signs pointing to them, but now it's, I mean, I wouldn't doubt there's about 400 just in the radius around my city currently. So if this was something that were going away, if this was just a trend, would they be spending that much money to put an ATM in every Terrible Herbst gas station in our city? I don't think so. Gemini Wallet is another wallet that you can use. Now, we will make slight recommendations toward a wallet, but we don't have any real favorites. So that's not our job, is to tell you which wallet to use. There's also Exodus Wallet. There's tons of them out there. It's really just a matter of what your comfort zone is. There's Trust Wallet. I've seen a few people use that one. Next slide, please. All right, so who cares how much money you make, guys? How can you use that money? Okay, there is a metal card. Okay, that is a crypto.com. That's another wallet that you can use, and it comes with a card. Now, you will pay a little bit more to get this beautiful metal card, but as you can see, it comes in different colors. With that card, as soon as you transfer your money from the AutoBTC wallet into your personal wallet, you can use that to buy goods and services anywhere. Some of the places that use Bitcoin: Airbnb, Expedia, Spotify, Netflix, Prime. Next slide, please. And there's a whole host of new companies coming on every single day. Here's some of the everyday brands: Subway, Virgin, Google, Microsoft, T-Mobile, Wikipedia, I mean, of all things, Dell, WordPress. I expressed to you the dealer that I work for. He was selling Rolls Royce, Bentley, Mercedes-Benz, Aston Martin, all in Bitcoin. And he's been doing it, or they did it, all the way back to 2015. So I'm playing catch up currently. Next slide, please. So how often do we earn? Well, we earn our Bitcoin at the top of every single hour. How many of those are there? 24. And we are worldwide. I've got a group in Nigeria. I got a group in Tanzania, worldwide. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin. We do have a follow me feature. We teach the power of two people. So for the system's sake, two people is really all you need. Okay. And that's all you need when you come in, let's say $85, and you go and mention this to two people and literally just invite them to the meeting. We're not expecting you to be experts on Bitcoin, right? Something that I do is I'm available to every single one of you. So therefore, last week I put my number out there. I'll drop it in the chat box. I mean, you'll just have to tell me who sponsored you and that kind of thing, and I'm more than happy to help. Okay, let's go next slide, please. But that follow me feature is the deal. So there are 5 ways for you to earn Bitcoin in AutoBTC Builder. We have a fast start, which starts off in 30 days. So let's say you sign up today. Anytime one of your invitees that you invite to this group cycles through the econ level through level 6, that's a total of 8 levels, you'll earn a 10% bonus, okay? Then we have a Bitcoin builder bonus. You'll receive a builder bonus after 30 days continuously when your invitees use your link. Okay, so when that happens, it actually kicks in about level 1. So you do need to promote up to level 1 to qualify for the builder bonus. Number 3, you get a bonus when you cycle. So what is a cycle? We're 2 by 2. So when you're 2, go and get 2, that creates a cycle. That's a total of 6. So although the company talks about the power of 2, I express to everyone, it is not until 6 that you start seeing money show up in your crypto wallet. Okay, so when you receive Spillover, which helps you cycle. Now let's take a minute to talk about Spillover. So I am an active recruiter, which means I talk to people all the time. I've been in it since February. I love advocating for it. I did a grand miss. At the time, if I would have invested in Bitcoin in 2015, it was $1,100 when a gentleman came into a dealership and purchased a $90,000 car, all in crypto in 30 minutes. That was the day that I kind of woke up and said, what is this? That old dealer went on, and I want you to know he was friends with LeBron James. He was also friends with the president of Mercedes-Benz, which his name is Steve Cannon. Steve Cannon now he's the operating manager for the Falcons. So Bernie wasn't a dumb man by any stretch of the imagination. And what did he do? He took $22 million and he invested it into the blockchain. So you can get into cryptography to kind of understand some of these things, but this is not going anywhere, guys. This guy is developing companies that support the blockchain, that are supported by the blockchain. And one of those companies that he's looking at is a title services company called Onum, and then Champ Titles, and then he has a company called Onum. And then there's another company that he's looking at that's for medical records. So this is a big boom. If you were looking for that moment when you would say, oh my God, we're about to make some money, it's right now. And then this one is the most important. As your Bitcoin sits on your AutoBTC Builder platform wallet. All right, so most people that deal in crypto will tell you, you can mine it, you can invest in it, or you can earn it. Those are the only 3 ways that you can gain cryptocurrency. Mining it requires time, it requires resources, and it also requires electricity. So at my Starbucks, is a young man who's been mining it since February. He made about $1,000. That's a good thing, right? However, if you would have invested on the open market, Bitcoin went from, oh my God, it went from $65,000 down to $29,000, and then back today at roughly about $44,000. So it is a bit of a roller coaster ride. But if you look at when the company first started, one coin was worth $2,556. Based on where it is today, that is 2,100% rise over the last 4 years. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is Bitcoin is something that you purchase and hold for a while, okay? Give it a year, give it a couple of years. We're offering you 5 different ways to earn some money that you can use, but also I would suggest if you earn a coin, keep one of your coins and earn on, and pay bills with the rest or do whatever you want to do, purchase a home, you name it. Okay, so let's talk about our 2x2 force matrix structured system. So we're going to use Marshall. So Marshall Goatley, we'll say Marshall Goatley is in red. And then beside Marshall, we got Elijah Matthews, or actually beneath him where I am in blue, we've got Elisha. And then let's say we got Iris and she comes in, and so she falls in on his right-hand side. So anything you see in blue is someone who Marshall actually recruited himself. Marshall's in red, so we'll call him the pioneer, right? So the pioneer recruited how many people and put them in under his link? 4. But those 2 that you see in yellow, those had nothing to do with him. Those are actually spillover for Marshall. And that's how our system works. Earlier today, I think he may be on the line now, Charles. We looked in his back office. He's been in for a couple of weeks, hadn't had a chance to get in there. When we looked in it, he only needs 2 people to cycle because it's all yellow, guys. So that's how this system can work. I'm not saying it always works that way, but that's just to give you an idea of what you're involving yourself with. How often can you actually withdraw your Bitcoin? You can withdraw your Bitcoin at any time. The process is simple. You'll fill out a W-9 form. This is 1,000% legal. So you can fill out your W-9 form. It takes about 3 days or 2 days or so, business days to actually confirm. Once that information is confirmed, that's the only real information that you're putting in here. Anything outside of that is nothing more than a username, a password, and a Gmail account. So we're not getting social securities and all that kind of stuff. That's not what we're doing. Okay, so how do you do this system? You help your 2. That's what we do. I'm here to help you. We help our 2 maintain and get their 2. All right. Now, once your matrix is filled up with 6 people, you will cycle. Now, what I was speaking of earlier about bonus is I'm an active recruiter. So since I'm sitting on level 2, what's the point of me putting more people in under my link? That's not where I put them. I got a room with about 29, 30 people over there. And in round robin fashion, based upon what their usernames are, I drop a group or a person or whoever underneath them. Now, I'm not promising that's always going to happen, but just know that's the kind of support you have. So there's not many things where you're going to win prizes and you get the support from the upline. Next screen, please. All right, so here's Marshall. Marshall cycles. After he's filled up, he's going to receive a grand total of $300 in Bitcoin. So if someone asks you, how soon could you get your money? Because I have been asked that question. As soon as the cycle happens. So if you had 6 people tonight, how soon would you get your money? At the top of the hour is when you would see that $300. Now that first $300, because he's on the econ level, will go to promote him up to the feeder level. And when he cycles over there, he will get 300% once more, which is now $900. Now that he's on the econ level, he's going to cycle again. And when that happens, he's going to receive a grand total of $2,700. Now, what does he do with his money? He could choose to wait. If you're a builder, you can do that, okay? And he can use that $2,700 for whatever he so pleases or chooses. However, the way we build, I would suggest he use it to level up. But there is no one's forcing your hand. You can do whatever you decide you want to do. But does he just have $2,700? No, Marshall, you got $900 too. And then you also get $300. Why am I saying that? Because now you have 3 stores that cycle unlimited times. So why does it pay you to be a builder? Because you have 3 stores that cycle unlimited times. Whether they come in for $85, whether they come in for $250, whether they come in at all 3, it doesn't matter because you get to cycle over and over and over again. Now, before you came to this meeting, if you didn't know anything about this, and I told you I have a way that you could earn close to $4,000 once a month, once a week, once a day, how often you want to, what would you have said to me? Exactly. And I want you to know that exact number is the amount that 18 Bitcoin cost roughly when this company started. 18 Bitcoin would have put you somewhere around $46,000, guys. That's the deal here. So let's talk about our earnings and income disclaimer. Earning and income statements made by AutoBTC and its members are estimates of what we think you can possibly earn. There is no guarantee that you will make these levels of income, and you accept the risk that earnings and income statements differ by individual. As with any business, your personal results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire. There are no guarantees concerning the level of success you may experience. Next slide, please. Okay, so here it is. Back in 2017 in June, 4 years ago, 4.5 years, not even 4.5 years ago, barely 4.5 years ago. Level 1 only costs you $42.68. 300% of level 1 was $127.80. 300% of $127 was $383, okay? And so on and so forth. 1150, 3450 at level 5. And to be quite honest with you guys, I would have paid up from level 4 all the way back to level 1. That's less than $2,000. Why would I have paid up? Because when you look at the right-hand side, it would give me the opportunity just on level 4 to earn 3 times 0.45, which is, you see it, 1.35 Bitcoin. Now, if I told you today in this month you could get to 1.35 Bitcoin, you would probably sing hallelujah. But that's not all you get, because each one of those cycles represents a store. So you have 0.45 Bitcoin, you have 0.15 Bitcoin, and you have 0.05 Bitcoin, over and over and over again. So if you look at the bottom of my screen or my chart here, it says $46,561. And that's 18.22 Bitcoin. Now, I personally asked them to put this in here. Why? Because I had to backtrack where Bitcoin was at that time. And I thought to myself at pre-launch, you probably never had to tell someone that one coin, that you could cycle over and over and over again. Now, I will tell you guys from this chart that this is one cycle all the way to level 6. It's not multiple cycles. And I personally, and I know Trina has, and I know September has, I think September she made about $25,000, and she was just coming off of level 2. She just came off of level 2 about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. But the reality is everything that she needed in her first month, she was able to gain from level 2, 1, feeder, and econ. So do you get the picture? You can pull out quite a bit of money just there. Next slide, please. So let's talk about where the money really is. And we're going to use an example of $100, okay? Keep in mind, as we use this example, this estimate is on $52,000. If Bitcoin's at $52,000, but just for round math, I want you to see it, okay? So you'll come in at your econ levels. That's you at the top. Number 1 files in on the left-hand side. Number 2 comes in on the right-hand side. When they get to 2, they equal 3, 4, 5, and 6. As soon as you see that 3, 4, 5, and 6, the reason it's highlighted by math and numbers is that someone's pay line. In this case, that would be your pay line. So number 6 goes back to pay for your new store. And the 3 times is what you actually earn, okay? So what is the product that we're purchasing? It is the educational pieces, okay? That's what you're actually purchasing. And that's what makes this a legitimate company, because there's actual information in there that you're actually acquiring and learning. What was the value of your college education? Okay. And I know some people that have gotten their college educations, and guess what? They don't work in their career of study or their field of study. So you have to look at this the way it really truly is. Okay. People will say all kinds of things, but the reality is it doesn't make it true. People can say all kinds of things about you, but guess what? It doesn't make it true. Let's go to the next slide, please. When you see that at the bottom of that screen, it talked about $218,000 when you made it from level 5 into level 6 for a grand total of $985,000. How many cycles did I say that was? 1. I need you to comprehend. If you don't comprehend any other thing I said today, just realize that that was 1 cycle when it showed you $985,000 was a possibility. So when we get to the end of the year and Bitcoin possibly goes up to $100,000, what do you think that screen's going to look like? That's going to be $1.8 million, which is why I'm incentivizing you guys. And I'm putting that out there so that you can get there and have the confidence to get there. So let's talk about your fast start. Your fast start is unlimited as well. Okay, so that's in the first 30 days. So there's no limitation on that. It's just time limited. Okay, so when you get to level 1, those cycles will pay you. Okay, as your folks cycle, you're looking at 0.005, which is $189. This is all in Bitcoin. That's the only way we pay. Okay, then you get 0.15 for level 2. So that's plus. So that would be 567 plus 189, plus level 3, which would be 1701, plus level 4, which is 0.1 or 0.135, which is $5,100, plus level 5 at 0.405, $15,309, plus level 6, which is 1.215 Bitcoin. That's a whole lot of pluses, guys. And we had Marsha Hadley pretty much get all the way to level 5 in her first month, who started this group. So it's not only possible, it's plausible, and it's happened, and we've seen it. Okay, next slide, please. So someone loved you enough to invite you to our meeting. And when I told you earlier, I wanted to give you guys something of value. The reason I was mentioning those flyers is I want you guys to use them. You can lead with that. That is ironclad. That is something that will happen. And you can literally lead with that. If 30 people make it to level 6 by 12/31/21, 30 people are coming to Las Vegas. 30 people are going to get 3 nights at the Wynn Hotel. 30 people are going to get $300 in per diem. And all 30 people will be in a raffle for a brand new car. Now, I don't know how to make it any more fair than that. I don't know how to make it any more exciting than that. And you get the joy of actually earning something that probably will outpace your job, just to be real. Most people, it will outpace your job. Now, what makes this, why is this where it's at now? It's because, guys, at the end of last year, one coin was $9,000 and then it shot to $30,000. So I just want you to understand how you are on the cusp of actual history. You're talking records are being broken right now, and you have a chance to earn record amounts of money. That's why you probably have never heard this said the way that it is. It's because of the market on Bitcoin. Now, if we wait and Bitcoin goes to 100,000, we're going to probably have to add 2 to 3 more levels just to get it affordable for people to purchase. So that, my friend, is the fierce urgency of the now. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Now. So if you guys, I'm going to open up quickly for questions briefly. I see a few things in there. You can just go ahead and unmute yourself. I'm here to here for you all. Anyone want to go first?
Brian, I just want to say that was awesome, bro.
Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Let's talk after you're done.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys don't know this, the car is coming from this gentleman. He owns a car dealership. So I went ahead and told him we might as well go ahead and buy from somebody within the group.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, who is this? Is this DeAndre Ivory?
Maybe not.
Okay. I need security. So guys, this is my best friend. This guy, we toured around, did shows together. He is a comedian. He's funny even when he's not trying to be funny. So Mr. DeAndre Ivory from Louisville, Kentucky, everybody.
DeAndre on here?
DeAndre's on here. Yes, he is.
What?
Let's give the new people a chance here real quick. Any other questions? Any questions from you guys? I'm here for you.
Hey, Brian, I just came back upstairs. This is Chris. Thank you for